Writer's Garden, just a dad doing dad stuff. I'm just doing a quick garden 2022 Zone 6B walkthrough. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. If not, don't worry, I'm going to keep making videos. But right here is my raspberry patch, and this might be the last year for this raspberry patch. Planting here was a mistake. I knew it was a mistake when I planted here. But this is the space I had, so I planted here. And now the new raspberry patch is going back there. Hopefully there's enough sunlight. I don't know, maybe. We'll see how they go. No raspberries yet, but they're growing pretty good. They're coming up in the ground everywhere in the rest of the garden. It's too close to the rest of the garden. That's why that's no good there. This is my strawberry patch, and this is getting crowded out by the raspberries, unfortunately. The shoots for the raspberries are coming up in here. But I do have quite a few strawberry plants that are hiding all over the place. They're behind the bed and over here and next to the bed and behind the fence there. So those strawberries are doing pretty good. And I'll let some runners go and I'll try to repopulate this bed here. And those are, I believe they're called Honey Oi or Hanoi strawberries. They were a strawberry that I called up the local government farming department, and they said that grows good in this area, so that's what I grew. And right here is my lettuce bed. I will also grow my my squash in this bed too. I'll take out a row or two and I'll just let it grow right in the same bed. And I haven't had any problems with that. Besides the squash vine borer, but I have that no matter where I plant it, so that's a different video, I think. And this is full of lettuce and spinach right now. And again, I planted all out at once because with my 4 kids, this is about 6 dinners worth of lettuce, this entire thing. So that's 6 days, basically, six days worth of lettuce. So I'm not too worried about this getting overcrowded. And then there's some volunteer mustard greens coming up there. Tatsoi, I think that is. I'm not sure. I haven't planted that in so long I can't even remember. It just self-seeds every year. And a whole bunch more there, a whole bunch more. That's all mustard greens here. And that's coming up all over the place in the yard and the sidewalk, all over the place. And here I planted some tomatoes, just my extra tomatoes. I did that yesterday. They're looking a little sad right now, but I'll come back with some water and some fertilizer. They should do okay. I usually don't have too many problems with them over here. I have to come in and weed whack some of this though. And over here in this bed, I have nothing. There's nothing in this bed. There's nothing in this bed. I want to plant my purple sweet potatoes in this bed, but I didn't get any good starts. None of my potatoes from last year put off any good starts yet, so hopefully I will have some in time. Some weeds there. I think those are beans that self-planted. And at the back I have beans coming up. These are all beans. These are just the beans that fell off over the winter. And I'll let them regrow there, that's fine. And well, that's one sweet pea plant right there. There's a sweet pea plant right there. And it's the only one that grew. I don't know if animals got them or what. Check this out. That's a weed, I think. That's a weed. All right. My onions. And again, I don't plant onions. They're actually going to seed right now. And they'll drop down. This is some onions that self-seeded, and I'll cut the tops off and I'll just eat them like green onions. In this bed I have potatoes in the front, and the back I have Jerusalem artichokes, and there's 2 of them coming up right there. And again, this is another thing where I shouldn't have put them here, but this is a space I have, so I put them here. Jerusalem artichokes are invasive, and when I say invasive, I don't mean that there are a foreign species that are choking out a native species. I mean that they are just like super, super prolific, and they will take over every square inch of every space and choke everything else out. But they are a native species, so technically not invasive. This is my herb bed right there. I got some herbs in there. Let's see here. This is a weed. Let's see here. We got more of that mustard greens. And over here, oh, more mustard greens, by the way. I just planted everywhere. Those seeds go everywhere. This is a different kind of strawberry, and that I can't identify. I have no idea. This was in my mother-in-law's garden, and I stole a cutting at the end of winter, at the end of a summer season, right before winter, and I planted this when it was super cold out, and I thought they would never make it, and they're all over the place now. And they're super big plants, and they put off super big strawberries. I'm really looking forward to that. And they're doing way better than any fancy strawberry that I picked up anywhere else. And right here is another potato bed. Let that go. Over here I got one rose that my kids planted, and various peppers. None of these are hot. They are all sweet peppers. So I think there's some cubanelle in here and some bell peppers. Over here is my pumpkin patch, and nothing's planted in here yet. I'm running late on the pumpkins, so I'm getting those started in the inside right now, just to have them germinate, so I know for sure that I have these pumpkins and they go right in the ground. I still have to trim this, weed whack all this. That's pretty much it. All right, back here in the main garden, and something I've done differently this year is that usually the past couple of years I have been just squeezing in every square inch tomatoes and peppers and everything I could possibly grow. I've been squeezing in everywhere. I put the tomatoes in the corners so they grow up the sides of the trellis, in the back, behind the beds, in the space between the beds and the hill there. And this year I decided, after I did all the starts, by the way, this is my starts, I got a whole table full of starts right there, that I was only going to do as many as I thought the space could handle and that I could take care of. So I did a lot less this year. I still have to do the trellis there. I didn't do the trellis yet. And so these are all peppers now. They're hot peppers, mostly hot peppers, some jalapenos, some cayenne peppers, some black Hungarian jalapeno peppers. There's some, what else do I got in here? Some habaneros, and then tomatoes. I like to be surprised, so I mix them all together, you know? And then so I have some pink ones and some yellow ones and some big ones and small ones, and they're all kind of just mixed together. Oh, actually, I think this year I did kind of a rainbow pattern. Let's see how that works out. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. In this bed, we have more peppers and tomatoes. And again, I didn't do any in the corners. Usually do some in the corners, in the sides, in the backs, behind the beds. I didn't do any of that this year. This is going to be cucumber bed that is being planted out. And I'll try something new on here. Right here, this plant, this weed-looking vine, is actually a volunteer hops plant for making beer. Now I have a bunch of them in the back here, and I have to clean that up. They're getting choked up by nature, but they're still there. They're still growing. I just got to clean it up a little bit. And in this bed, I'm actually planting this out today. This is my going to be my bean patch. My green beans are all going to be in this bed. And then beyond here is the new raspberry patch. I gotta check how that's doing. I see a few of them are starting to pop up a little bit, but it hasn't really taken off yet. It's kind of a shaded area, but plant where I got the space.